Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Gray, and we're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, of course. And I'm here with a very special guest today, Lisa Stepp. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing?
Fabulous. How are you doing, Mr. Frank?
I'm fabulous as well. And I love that phrase, fabulous, because that's what we're going to talk about today.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about being
Yeah,
fabulous, and
that's
I
right.
think we need to talk about it. Don't you, Lisa?
Absolutely. We're all
Well,
fabulous. This is a fabulous market, fabulous industry, fabulous all the way around.
Lisa, just give us a little insight to who the heck you are. What do you got going on? I know you're a Freedom Club
All
coach.
right.
What else? What else do you
So,
got going on?
yeah, I'm a Freedom Club coach. I'm a 20 plus year veteran in this crazy mortgage industry. I have done everything but capital markets, and I run a little small virtual assistant company too. So,
Nice.
that's what I do.
Excellent. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
So the reason I wanted to have you on is because in the few times that you and I have gotten to speak to each other, which has been on Breakfast Club or on Call Stars or maybe at an event, I can't even remember at this point, but the few times that I've gotten to speak with you, you've always stood out to me because you just always seem to have this terrific attitude. Like it's just you're always enthusiastic. And when we were on Breakfast Club recently, you even brought that up as one of the main things that we gotta, make sure we are, in any market. It doesn't matter just if we're in this industry. So we gotta be a person of
Mhm.
enthusiasm. And you've got a little story that you can tell about your
I
life.
do.
And I go ahead and just share that little, if you're okay with it, if you're okay with sharing it.
Yeah,
And
I'm okay with it.
are you
Yeah,
sure?
absolutely.
All right.
So,
And then
yeah.
yeah, so go ahead and share the
Yeah.
story.
So 4 years ago, just a little over 4 years, 6 days after my husband's 51st birthday, and I thank Brett Kavanaugh because I was right there when it happened. He just died right in front of me.
Wow.
Um, and that rocked my world with three kids. How do you get through that?
Yeah.
Right. So, and I was, I had a great five people inner circle, man, and they were just my rock and living with no family around, just me and my three kids.
Yeah.
Right. My husband was very successful, and it was just a shock. And then 6 months later, as an account manager, my division shuts down, and that creates that loss all over again. Just
Yeah.
when I was making progress, and I was smart enough to go ask for help, right? Like I went to grief class, and not a lot of, I don't know how old I was, 52-year-olds with three kids lose their spouse. Like
Mm,
like in 2 weeks, it would have been my 35th wedding anniversary, right?
mm, mm.
But how do I get through that? Took time off to be a mom because I needed that, but I didn't know I needed that. So, but to look like some of the best advice I've ever received. If mama goes down, everybody goes down. And my really good friends, Dave and Kevin, typical New Yorkers, right? They were like, look, go have your pity party for today, and then you better get up. I
Yeah.
expect you to be up. Let's go. So, and I've got that high D, high I New York attitude. I'm like, yeah, okay. Now the world's my oyster. Now what am I going to do? And then all these little nuggets of information over the course of 2.5 years were running at me. The widow groups are running at me. And I'm like, what are you looking at me for? Right? How can I help somebody? Let me see your content. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. It's too abstract. And then, my first MMA experience was like 10 years ago, run across Carl and Tammy all over again. And, here I am. But I recognized all these little nuggets that came to me. And I was like, I'm going to roll with it. I don't care what my life is. I get to control it. Like
Mm.
that, I get that power, and I'm going to use it. And I do believe I'm the epitome of Zig Ziglar. You pay it forward, and it does come back to you.
Mm.
I can fly by the seat of my pants, roll with it. Do you need some help? I'll roll my sleeves up. I'll jump right in there with you. I'm going to hold you accountable, though. Like you don't get the free ride, but I'll help you.
Mm.
And I learned a long time ago how powerful that word help is, and just kind of put it out there and it'll come back. Like I live that every day. That
Mm.
is powerful. So, in my circumstance, I've had to rebuild my life twice in the last 4 years, and I'm good. I'm good with what I've got. Time is very important to me. Like we've been focusing on I wills statements this week, getting them all
Yeah.
updated. And I was like, oh, planning is really hard. And I'm like, oh, screw this. I'm ready. Like,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm ready to do my own I will statement. Right.
Yeah.
And that's, you just make progress every day. And it doesn't matter what you do. You don't have to experience the loss I did. But hey, what do you want in life? Go get it.
Mm.
I'm going to be the bulldozer and I'm just in my way. I'm going to mow you over
Mm.
because I'm going to go get what I want. And that in my career is really just about helping people. And if they're down, you got to be the one that's uplifting,
Mm.
positive,
Mm.
optimistic.
Mm.
Have your plan, execute plan, implement. And I like 3 words I say a lot is, it's kind of like the 3 A's. You have to acknowledge it, you have to accept it, hold yourself accountable. And
Mm.
with those 3 things, you can do anything you want to do. Why
Mm.
give up? Right?
Man.
Why do you just want to close one loan, two loan? Let's go. Giddy up.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
How about
Everybody
this?
can't do that, but
How,
okay.
how, how about this, Lisa? Yeah, but the market's tough.
Okay.
What do you say to that? What do you
Okay.
say to
You
that guy?
gonna lay
Yeah, but the
down?
market's hard.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Do you want to go get another job or do you want to go to work? It's easy. Make your
Pretty
choice,
black and
right?
white, right? Pretty black and white. I mean, is
Yeah,
this,
absolutely. I try to keep it. That's hard to do, but yeah.
but how did you do it? Like, and you went through it very clearly, but maybe we need to backpedal just a little bit more. Obviously, what you went through is a lot harder thing to go through than rates are
Oh
high,
yeah,
right? I mean, it's so much
absolutely.
harder to go through. But what was it the circle of friends that helped you? Let me back it up even more. When you went through it, did you go through a depression? Did you go through I'm down in the dumps? Did you go through that, or did you? Because I'm just curious. Did you, or
Mm,
did you? Of course, you were sad and depressed when these things happen. This horrible, right? But
yeah.
but were you? But even when that was happening, were you still like, but I'm gonna be okay, or what? This comes down to personal disposition, I think. But what I'm searching for here is when you went through this difficult time, because I look at you now and you're just like this,
Hmm. Oh
beaming
yeah,
light.
I'm
You're always
good.
just so energetic and
Mhm.
uplifting and, happy. How do you come out of that and be this person? Was it the circle of the 5 friends that you said you had, or was it just your natural
It
disposition, or
was
did you have
those.
to work at it, or what?
No, it was almost like I've learned this trait, right? And I think we don't know what's in us until, you know, we lose something,
Mm,
right? So, like, I went through 2006, 7, and 8, right?
mhm,
In the mortgage industry.
mhm,
That was painful, but and I was like, we have choices, right? What do I want? And the first 3 months for a total fog, I did go to grief class twice. There are two, like 13-week sessions. Basket case going the first time, and I traveled a lot, and they warned me, but I just thought I could outrun my grief, right?
mm,
All my
mhm,
friends were telling me, but I asked for help and they held me accountable. And there was 3 coaches in there as well with and I was the youngest. I was the only one that experienced sudden death.
mm,
Everybody was 20 years older than me. And my one little coach is like, Lace, I need you to stay home. No, I'm going on a cruise. I'm not staying home. Everybody got suitcases for Christmas. That's
mm,
your shit. Pack your shit. We're going.
mm, mm,
And then I had to come home. So I knew I could go kind of escape it, but man, I had to face it when I came home. And that's just life, right? So I don't know, for some magical reason unknown, that I was like, okay, it's okay. I've got to do this. And I
mm,
had support. I had people that held me accountable, and how powerful that is. And I'll be the first one to tell you, hey, you're having a bad day. I don't care. You want to go get drunk? You want to stay in bed all day? I don't care
Mm.
what you do. Go have yourself a pity party today, but I expect you to be up tomorrow. And that's powerful, right? Or like Carl says, like, do that brain dump, right? Get out your paper, write. Get rid of it. Okay, what do you have in front of you? Let's go. What's the number one thing we're going to do today? And that's kind of how I live my life every day. And in time it gets better, but I also got smarter. Like, this is what I want. I live, typical New Yorker in the South, right? And I'm good as a single person, right? That I'm just living my best life, helping people achieve their goals, and man, that's powerful, right? It's not about me; it's always about them. But I have a great life. We life is short. I just want to laugh.
I love it.
That is the most important thing to me. Let's have some fun today. I don't care how difficult it is, but can we laugh at the end of the day? Let's go. Right? And that's just what I do.
Yeah. It's
easy.
infectious. I tell you, it's infectious. And I'm betting your coaching students pick up on that. And because you kind of are I just had a conversation with somebody, and I don't know how you say it. Maybe you do, like, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most, or something along those lines, right? Like, so right. I imagine your coaching students, pick up on all of that, and I bet it bleeds over onto them, and I bet they say, you know what, man? I mean, okay, rates are high, boohoo. The market's a little something or other, whatever. But I got a plan, man. I got a plan, and I can have a damn good attitude about this and go be happy, right? Go be happy about it. And like you said, hey, if you got to have a pity party once in a while, yeah, go get over that as fast as you can. But get back here and
and let's go.
Be enthusiastic about this, because you're always so enthusiastic. That's why I really wanted to get you on here, and because I think a lot of people need to hear this right now. They need to understand that I can choose, like you said, it's a choice, right? Right?
It's a choice. Absolutely.
You can choose to be an enthusiastic person.
Right. And I know a lot of us, we say different things, but my whole philosophy is like, you know what? We live in one big, gigantic sandbox. My clients hear this from me often, right? Who are we going to invite in to come play with us today? Right? If we invite Joey in and Joey starts throwing sand, guess what? Joey's out.
So, yeah.
Right? He's out. So it's the same thing we do with our realtors, right? Surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And I had an old boss a long time ago said, you know what? Be friends with the most wealthiest people that you can, get into their arena, because success breeds success, right? Those people operate differently. It's just, and I'm fortunate. I have some of those friends, and they've kind of guided me along the way because I was open to it. Like, I don't need the $10 million home on the lake, but, they just live their life like ordinary people, and it's okay. And there's no judgment zone for me. And I think that's important, right? Like, okay, you can say something may offend me, but who cares, right? Next, move on. None of that stuff is relevant to me anymore, right? I don't turn on the TV. I refuse to watch the news. If the world's blowing up, I'll get a text.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want, what happened today? Okay. I don't really care. Does it really impact my life? No.
Yeah.
Today I looked at the stock market after they released the rate hike. I'm like, oh, Dow Jones like that. We're good. Right. Next.
Yeah. Good.
I'm going to control and do that's going to have a positive impact on me and the people that I'm responsible for.
Right.
That's it.
Right. I love it.
Everything else I don't like the chatter, right? But, we're all fallible to that negativity, right? But I just choose not to go there.
I love it. I just choose not to go there. And I like what you said too before was, okay, you found yourself in a situation, but you were smart enough. You even said it. I was smart enough to go get help, right? To reach out,
ask for help,
to find some help, and I know in your situation, it was obviously not a high rate mortgage situation, but we can apply the principle, right? We can apply the
You can,
principle,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
to, hey man, I'm struggling in this business right now. Maybe I've been at it for 25, 30 years. We got people on Breakfast Club been at this thing for 25, 30 years, and they're going, you start all over again. I need to figure this thing out. Well, they're there, they're getting help. Maybe this will help. So
Right.
yeah, we need to reach out and get help, and hopefully we can reach out and get help from some enthusiastic people like yourself, Lisa. That
Yeah.
can keep us going. I don't know how to segue into that thing that I want to talk about, and I'm going to really do a crappy segue into it. Just so bear with me on this, right? But the reason I wanted to have you here was because of you brought up enthusiasm on being enthusiastic on the Breakfast Club. Man, I'm so into that, and I think you would agree that I like to tend to be kind of enthusiastic on Breakfast Club, right?
Oh,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, right. Because why not? Right? We're here. Come on, let's go.
We're
Let's be
here.
good.
Let's go.
And
Giddy
I
up.
I like get here. But I do believe too that, okay, we can certainly overcome our own, down in the dump situation by getting help and learning a plan and understanding what to do. But a big part of it is a mental, it's not just having the plan, it's enthusiastically executing the plan, with a very positive attitude. And especially, here's what I'm trying to segue into, especially if we're going to be making phone calls, right, to people that might not know us, very well.
Right.
I mean, let me ask you this. When you make calls to people, do you, like in a prospecting call, do you take a second at all to just kind of think, okay, I got to be enthusiastic on this call, or I got to be upbeat, or do you not even have to think about it? And I guess what I'm asking is how important do you think it is to, when you're talking to somebody, that you have some sort of sense of enthusiasm in your voice?
Yeah, you have to. But full disclosure, you
Mm,
could pay me $1 million and dude, I'm not picking up that phone.
mm,
I won't do it.
mm,
I was on Call Stars the other
mm-hmm,
day with
mm-hmm,
Rick. And I commended all the 42 people that were there. My call reluctance is so bad.
mm.
I was having heart palpitations, but I knew I didn't have to call. Now I can shift my mind into that mindset. I'm going to go get this. I am worthy. I've coached a lot of people through it, but I'm smart enough. My VA is going to do it for me.
Oh, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah. If you can
couldn't
get
do
a
it.
VA to do it, that makes more sense than anything. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
best way to
So,
overcome call reluctance, is to pay somebody to make the dang call. Well, let me ask you this. Your VA makes a call, calls an agent, right? Gets an appointment for you to talk to the agent, right? Is that what you're doing? Or am I in line there?
yeah. And then you
Okay.
just
Well,
show
on
up,
that
right?
appointment though,
And
but
that's the
on that
easy part.
appointment, yeah, on that appointment though, I see what you're saying. But on that appointment, when you go into that appointment, whether it's on a Zoom or whether it's face to face, right? The importance of being somewhat enthusiastic in that meeting. What? How important?
100%. The
100%,
most
right?
important thing. And
Yeah.
be gracious, generous, and be
Yeah.
grateful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And those three, I try to live my life. My kids will tell you, oh, hell no,
Mm,
right? But, thank them for their time, I mean, and you're sincere. You show up and you got an amazing business. How did you do that, right?
mm,
Be
mm,
inquisitive, you know, use your body language because it all matters,
mm,
right?
mm,
And just you have to really want to get to know that person,
mm,
because if you are positive and you ask questions, they're speaking 80% of the time, you're listening. And I always, when I take my little notebook, hey, do you mind if I take some notes?
mm.
I always want to ask. So, I don't want you to be talking and I'm like busy writing notes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Right.
disrespectful,
Not trying to be
right?
rude. Yeah.
um Right. But, just be in that moment at
Yeah.
that point in time, because we have so many things that to be able to help somebody, realtor, financial planner, whatever, right? We've
Yeah.
got the fabulous daily success plan,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And it works,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. It works.
and be honest and have integrity. And hey, today's a fabulous day. And someone told me not too long ago, oh my God, like, thank you. I'm like, what? Well, I don't know how you do what you do, but you've been an inspiration to me. I ran into this lady at the grocery store, and I hadn't seen
Huh.
her since my husband's funeral. And
Huh.
I'm like, is that, I'm thinking I knew who it is and I hadn't seen it for a long time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, you never know what words or actions you're going to have the ability to change somebody's life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So I want to be upbeat. I want to be positive. Um, I know what I've been through. I'm never going back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be high energy and each to his own. A lot of people don't like that. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be your friend, but I want to earn your respect.
Yeah.
And let's have some professionalism you know, and ironically, my bias is a negative. So I do like people over here. So,
Well, that's okay.
you know,
You're still being positive with
yeah,
them. You're still being enthusiastic with
yeah,
them. It's
yeah.
not like you have to, be
And that kind of,
best pals,
yeah,
Yeah. But man, I
yeah,
tell you,
yeah.
it's all good stuff, and I don't want to confuse anybody. Understand that when it comes to getting agent appointment, getting calls made, Lisa's getting the calls made, but she's just got a VA making those calls for her, which we fully endorse and recommend at Animals all the time. I mean, those are the calls that if those are the calls that are they can beat you down a little bit, right? That's why we strongly recommend, like you run a VA company, right? So we strongly recommend you get a VA to make those calls, right? And I like what Carl says too, because Carl's brought up and he was talking to another someone from Breakfast Club or something, and he was asking Carl how to overcome, like, the VA put an appointment on the no, didn't put an appointment on the calendar, but said this person said this or whatever, and how do I overcome that? And it was a real negative thing, and the VA brought it to the loan officer's attention, and so the loan officer asked Carl, how should I contend with that? And Carl said, why is this person even bringing you that information? Like, why is this VA even talking to you about that? You don't want any of that. All you want from the VA is the appointment on the calendar. That's all you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, you don't need to know the negative things that happen in the calls and the potential negative this and that, because that's why you have them, so that you don't have to
Right,
experience any of that stuff. That's the purpose of them, right? So,
right.
when all you have is the appointment. And so when you go to the appointment like you're doing, Lisa, now obviously I'm going to head into that appointment with a very enthusiastic attitude, very positive, upbeat, looking to make a friend here, see if we're a good match, right, to possibly do some business together. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up, make sure people understand that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there's a lot, but in the beginning, a lot of people might not be able to do the VA or don't feel comfortable with it. Well, then you got to make those calls on your own. But even if you make those calls on your own to go in and get those new agents that you don't quite know who they are, not new to the business, but new to you, agents, you're not, you don't really have a relationship with them, you can still go into those calls with a very positive, upbeat attitude. And I can tell you what, it's going to be received a whole lot better than if you're making these calls or engaging with anybody in this business without a positive, upbeat, uplifted attitude. Right? Don't you agree with
Absolutely.
me,
Yeah,
Lisa, sister?
absolutely.
Can I
Yeah,
get an
high five.
amen,
You get
sister?
two of them.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
true. I just, we were talking earlier about a gentleman I know that kind of, I don't, there's a particular guy, I just don't know that he can make it. I just don't know that he can, because no matter what, you know, he just doesn't have this gear. I think sometimes we have to apply the gear. Like, I'm not always upbeat and happy, Lisa. Are you 100% of the
Yeah.
time?
I'm not, no, not 100% of the time. No,
Not 100% of the
not
time.
at all.
But
Right.
I can shift into upbeat, happy gear, right? When I'm engaging with people in the industry. And I think we need to learn
Absolutely.
that, and we need to have that. We need to be able to do that, right?
And I sometimes joke that it's like I'm Encompass, right? We all have these different personas,
Mm.
right? A lot of people may not know the technical end of Encompass, the LO system, but
Yeah.
you got to put your war paint on. And who am I today?
Yeah.
I'm going to go meet with brand new agents. That's what my day is filled with today. So
Yeah.
okay. So my routine in the morning is going to be a little bit different. But, I also recognize that Breakfast Club does that for all these people. It's like, get your
Yeah.
war paint on, people. High
Yeah.
five.
Let's go.
I love Mel Robbins and her high five. Let's go, giddy up. We're going to get our day started and off we
Yeah.
go, because, just getting that positive reinforcement back in, you
Mm.
can go achieve anything you want. And I
That's right.
totally believe that.
Mm.
Okay, if you're down for the day, I'm going to come pick you up by your bootstraps. Giddy up, let's
Mhm.
go.
Mhm.
But I also recognize some people can't do that, but just make a choice. What do you want? This
Make
is
a
a
choice.
great time. Just change your mindset. And that's tough too.
Yeah.
But do you want to give up? Do you want to give in? No,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that are successful, and you can have that success too. We all have little nuggets, and we all have different, if the world was everybody was the same, it'd be so boring,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, let's
Well,
go.
unless they were all like me,
Yeah.
then it would be really exciting.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
wouldn't you agree? Like if they're all like me, then the world would be totally awesome.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. But I mean, if I look back, I guess I didn't think about like how many coaches I really had. Like I got a weight loss coach now. I
What?
have, yeah. Oh yeah,
Shut
yeah,
up.
yeah. I have to too much Fireball personally, but anyway. Yeah, my neighbor.
This podcast
I
is
live in
going
a
in a
very
weird
very fun
direction.
neighborhood. It is, right? But it's all about fun to me, right? We work hard, we play hard, and I truly believe like you got to have something on that calendar every 3 months. You got like I don't care if it's one night overnight in a hotel, you're going to get together with your buddies, always have something to look forward to.
That's a cool
Celebrate
idea.
that little win and
Yeah.
put something on that calendar, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're all heading to Nashville in a couple weeks, so
Yeah.
that's going to be just a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool if we're walking down Broadway and Steven Tyler is there. That I've been there when that has happened before.
Really?
So yeah, that's cool. So it's just a fun venue. It's going to be just fabulous, and just with like-minded individuals,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
How did you overcome this? Right? Sharing, helping, caring, really. Engage in that conversation. Ask the question. There's so many of us are here to help.
Mm.
No judgment, just help.
Yeah, I like what you say there. No judgment, man. We're just here to help.
No
Let's just get
judgment.
together
We're
and
just
do
here to
this
help.
thing. Well, speaking of, we're just here to
Yeah.
help. Lisa, if somebody wanted to connect with you and get some coaching from you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Through Magic Mike.
Go through Magic
I send
Mike.
it back through Magic Mike. Yeah, go through Magic Mike.
Magic. Go to Magic Mike. So go to Marketing
Go to Magic
Animals,
Mike.
hunt down Magic Mike, and say, I
Yep.
want that Lisa girl. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
Right. And then they can connect with you there.
He may shoot me, but yeah.
While we're here, we're doing the podcast. We can do whatever we want. Right. We can do whatever we want.
That's true.
So that's what we're doing. Right. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, everybody would jump right in and take care of anybody who wants to come on board.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here.
Thank you very much. This was a ton of fun.
Wasn't it fun? Right? See, they're easy. We'll do this more. Yeah, we'll do this more.
Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to it.
All righty. Well, I tell you what, I tell you what, Lisa, we got to get out of here. We got to go. But it's been just a pleasure, and keep that upbeat, beaming attitude, man. I love it. It's just infectious as heck. And for anybody who wants to step up and look at getting some coaching, getting some help, right, from people who care, who want to step in alongside and work this thing and get things moving, just reach out to us at Mortgage Marketing Animals. Talk to somebody at the team, Magic Mike, or Kristen up there, whoever. Say, I want to get some help, man. I need some help. And we're here. That's why we're here, right? And I would also really encourage you guys, come join us at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. LoanOfficerBreakfastClub.com, or you can go onto the Facebook group, look up Loan Officer Breakfast Club there, because we have a lot of fun every morning, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. And there's plenty of enthusiasm and positivity there. In fact, maybe too much, right? I don't know if there could be too much, Lisa, but maybe too much. What do you think?
Wow, I know. Tennessee is ranked number 1. So I'm showing up for Breakfast Club tomorrow morning in my Tennessee orange. It's just the last day of the week. And we play Georgia on Saturday. So
All
I
right.
know there's some Breakfast Club people. I need to send them a text, tell them where their Georgia
Oh
red
God.
ring.
Okay, here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
do that. I'm gonna do that right now. We
All
gotta have
right,
some
fine.
fun, right?
Well, we'll make note of it.
Okay.
We'll call them out. We'll call
Okay.
you out, and we'll make note of it because we do stuff like that on Breakfast Club. So anyway, all right, let's get out of here. Lisa
All right,
Stepp, everybody.
y'all.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's been a great pleasure, and I
Very
hope you guys
welcome.
got something out of it. I know I did. And again, join us loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Go to mortgagemarketinganimals.com if you want to get some coaching or learn more about what we can help you with there. And with that, we'll get on out of here and see you next week. Adios. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Okay.